Okay, this is the first lesson on Fibonacci numbers and phi, the going mean in higher dimensions. So we'll start with the ordinary definition. However, we will look at it in a slightly different way. And this is as vectors. So we start with 1, 1, you see the first two numbers, then 1, 2, then 2, 3, and so on. You know, you recognize that every time the next number is the sum of the other two numbers. Like, for example, 3 is 1 plus 2, or 13 is 5.5 plus 8. But we look at it slightly differently. It will actually lead us to Fibonacci numbers in higher dimensions. So let us experiment and make this ourselves here. So we go to plus, we open a new sheet, we rename it to playground, and we now start with 1, 1, 1, 1, and the next one, okay, this is always going to be equal to the second number. So we can either type A2 or click on the second number, and that will be 1, and the first number will be the sum of the two. Okay, so the second plus the first. I can type A1. So that's 2, 1. And then basically all we need to do is to copy this, and we get the Fibonacci sequence. So we can copy it, and we can then make it like smaller. Oops. We can change the column side, the column, change the column width by formatting, but I don't actually know how to do it right now. It doesn't matter. So you don't see the numbers after 8, 13, but it is all that you need to do to get the Golden ratio. You type equal, and you type the second divided by the first, okay, and then you get 1. But then when you copy it and you copy the formula, you get numbers that come closer and closer to the Golden mean. Like, for example, 3 over 2 is 1.5. Okay, now for the kids to do it in the class, they can do it on paper. Okay, and you should do it on paper first, not on the spreadsheet, you know, before you do it, if you at all want to do it on a spreadsheet. But this is a very quick way to show that. And then if I go back to DIM2 down here, I see that that was well known. The Greeks already knew it, the Greek mathematicians. If you take a regular pentagon which has 5 equal sides, and you divide the length of the diagonal to the length of the side, you get the Golden mean, which those numbers approach, like 1, 2, 1.5, 1.667. What we wrote here is basically A is that ratio. Well, those are you see, this is K is the length of the diagonal, and F is the length of the side. So if you divide 2.68 by 1.66, then you get 1.62, which is approximation of the golden mean. So we can have, actually try it on the spreadsheet somewhere where there is room, like here, equal, and then I divide 2.68 divided by 1.66, and we get the number 1.61. It's an approximation because all of those are just approximations. But the kids can actually make it with a ruler and measure things and get an approximation, because that's all that, you know, math is an it can start as an experiential subject. Okay, now maybe next time we can do DIN 3, which is the same thing, but then we get a 7-sided figure, and maybe should talk with you on the phone when you get this sheet and explain it to you and show how it leads to pi and phi. But I think first you should actually play with it and see if you have questions, and we should talk. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.